What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls pregame. Coming to you live from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I am Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. My guy, Big Dave. BWL Sports. Our guy, Will to Go Gottlieb, is reporting live from the UC tonight. We will hear from him in postgame. Follow him for in-game updates, Will_Gottlieb. We're CHGO_Bulls. Our panel producer, Joey Mathis, on the controls at Joey Mathis. What's up, Joe?
What up, Matt?
Are you ready? He's got a lollipop in his mouth.
Yep, because I'm a child.
He was not prepared for that.
No, I was ready.
Did you have a boo-boo? Did you go to the pediatrician today and he gave you a lolly for being a good boy?
Nope. On this, in the drawer over there, it is a Chupa Chew, I think, something.
What?
Very good.
Oh, cheap.
Something. They're very popular.
Looks like a dum-dum to me.
It's not a dum-dum. It's not.
Let me see it, Joe.
It's not a dum-dum.
You sure that's not a dum-dum?
I'm positive. Look, it's like two-toned. See that?
Okay. All right. Do your thing.
Very good.
Never been a big lollipop guy.
You're not a sweets guy, though.
No, that's true.
Anyway, so,
yeah.
But yes, I was definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Blow pops, lollipops.
When I was
suckers,
younger,
all of it, man.
Blow pop. Even though the gum inside the blow pop was like the worst gum in the world.
Yeah,
it was like worse than Bazooka Joe gum.
Yeah, but it took about 15 seconds to get to be the worst gum. For the first 15 seconds,
the first few chews.
Yes, it's
great.
incredible. It's
and then you're like, now I'm chewing on a piece of wet concrete.
Correct. Absolutely right.
Fish, Joel, Anthony, Elsa, dude. Everyone in the comments, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching live on YouTube.
I got news.
Big stuff happening. You got news?
I got news, man.
What's the news?
You're going to love this.
We already know that you won your fantasy league.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a different news?
No. It's a different news.
Okay.
So I ordered some pizza, right?
Uh-huh.
I ordered this because of my sister. Shout out to my sister. My sister said, you have to order this pizza. My sister's vegan, Matt. So I got a vegan pizza on the way.
Not a thing.
From Kitchen 17.
Not a thing.
Shout out Kitchen 17.
It's coming here?
Oh, it's coming here. Well, it's on the way. It should be here at 7 on the dot.
If it stinks up our office, we're going to have a problem.
Deep dish too, man.
Fake dairies that are soy. In whatever is
soy cheese.
But
pizza.
This is by choice because you are eating dairy again.
Yes, but I have no problem eating vegan food at all.
And I know that you ate pizza.
Yes.
This after the new year, and how was that?
Oh, spectacular. You should have saw it like when Jake bought pizza in this office. My God, it was just a wonderful, wonderful day for me. And then I went out to the grocery shopping and bought another home run in pizza and made it at home because I hadn't had home run in pizza in a while. It was delicious. I haven't gotten my pizza slice yet. I'm going to try to take care of that. But tonight, we're going to get in the Kitchen 17, baby, and get down with this vegan pizza and see what it tastes like. I'm excited. I am excited. I will take a pic, Joel Hernandez. I will share. I will show it to you. I know Matt can't wait to see what's...
Do you do this just to bug me? You go a year without eating any dairy. You get to January. You can actually eat real pizza, and you still choose to order a vegan pizza that's not... I swear to God, man. It really bothers me. But, I guess in a way, that's a smart way to make sure that I'm not going to be creeping on your pizza asking for a slice.
You're more than welcome to a slice, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're more than welcome to join in on this delicious pizza deep dish that I'm going to eat.
I got enough stress in my life, Dave.
Okay,
I don't need you adding to it.
My sis said it's the truth. She said
soy nonsense.
She said it is the truth. I didn't even get any meat on this, man. You know, they got the fake meat. They have the soy or the seitan meat. I didn't get any of that. I just got, the usual, what I usually get on any other pizza that I get. And I roll with that. And we're going to see what it is. I don't know what it's going to taste like. I'm excited to see what it's going to taste like, though. But I trust my sister.
We got a dumpster in the alley outside. You don't need to order vegan pizza. You could, if you're curious to see what it tastes like, just go rooting through that dumpster and find the least appetizing thing in that dumpster.
They have vegan everything options. Spinach and artichoke dip.
Okay, stop.
They got it all, bro.
Stop.
Like, it's all. It's not gluten-free or nothing like that. But they have ranch dressing. You can get that stuff on that stuff. Like, they don't do it like that, Matt. But Yeah, they got meat substitute and a little cheese substitute. It's not gluten-free, dog. It's not gluten-free at all. But it isn't bad. Matt doesn't want to
Midtown Athletic Club.
You know,
Matt
Midtown
Peck's,
Athletic Club.
Matt Peck's sister. Matt Peck's sister approved. Kitchen 17.
There it is.
Big Dave's sister approved.
Boom! Shout out Kitchen 17, man. I can't wait to sit here and watch this game and enjoy some of this pizza, man. It's gonna be good. He's so
really,
bothered.
You really drive me crazy.
He's so bothered.
Yes, I am.
So bothered.
Yes, I am. We've got a very interesting game on deck tonight, y'all. Elsa dude saying, hope Zach goes off tonight for the value.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get some of that action. That is the big news. That is the headline. Real quick, good news for the Bulls. I saw also shout out for the Super Chat Luke, who said, all right, guys, no excuses this game. We should win, right? Lots of question marks. Yes.
They should.
No excuse. You want to know why? The Hornets are bad, and they're missing half their team.
Yes.
Which was kind of the case when the Bulls beat them back in their little fun run in early December.
Very dismissive. But go ahead.
Brandon Miller is playing. He's been in the injury report recently with a hip, but he is active tonight. But Mark Williams out with a back. LaMelo still out with the ankle. Gordon Hayward, who was the Hornets' leading scorer in the Bulls' win over the Hornets last month, out with a calf.
Wow.
And, as if it mattered, Frank Ntilikina also out. So, I mean, like, you got Terry Rozier, you got Bridges, you got Brandon Miller, and then, oh, dear God, I'm sorry, Hornets. Who else do you have? P.J. Washington. They got P.J. Washington.
They got P.J. Washington. He can go off. He can go off.
But, yeah, so, yes, no excuse. The Bulls should win this game because the Hornets are bad and missing lots of pieces.
Yeah.
The Bulls get 2 big pieces back tonight, Dave.
Huge pieces, man. I mean, like I said earlier, I don't know if I've been this excited all season to watch a game because I just really want to see what it looks like. Like, I love when it comes down to all the talking that has to stop. Like, you guys got to go out there and you got to show and prove. Because not only, obviously, is Zach the one that's coming back and playing and, you know, has to get reacclimated to everyone on the floor and get down where, as he calls, it's a lot of good vibes going on now around his team. So he wants to be a part of that because he is not used to being a part of a team with some good vibes going on because of winning. So that all of that is important. Of course, he wants to boost his trades value. He's going to have to play better. But also Vooch coming back in after Andre Drummond had, you know, a pretty successful run in the games that he was out. So now Vooch coming back in and trying to find not necessarily where he'll fit, but where it will be on a new set of minutes for him. Because when he ramps up and gets back to the normal minutes, some of the minutes are going to be going to Andre Drummond because he earned them. So that's going to be interesting to watch as well. These are both good teammate guys, but Vooch has already been a guy who has complained about, you know, not getting the basketball and, you know, finding his place on the team and things like that. What's it going to be like when he loses some of those minutes to Andre Drummond? Will he still feel the same? We'll see.
And, you know, speaking of figuring out where they fit in tonight, Anthony in a comment saying, did I read that Zach and Vooch are both coming off the bench with minutes restrictions? Yes, that was clarified when Zach addressed the media at this morning's shoot-around. Vooch also spoke. They both confirmed they are playing, and they are both coming off the bench, which is interesting. For Zach, it's the first time he will play in a Bulls game coming off the bench instead of starting since December of 2018. I believe it was our pal Drew Stevens from the Bigs who had that stat. And, yeah, here you see some of our guy, the GOAT's tweets from this morning's shoot-around. It was just a news frenzy. Vooch playing, Vooch minutes restriction, Vooch saying that Zach can seamlessly fit in and open up a lot of stuff for the Bulls offensively. Zach confirmed playing. Zach also minutes restriction. Zach also off the bench. Will was a tweeting fiend at shoot around this morning.
Fingers.
I mean, I am so curious, Dave. And I know you said this, and by the way, shout out, go read Dave's column after pregame if you haven't, allchgo.com, talking about what this return to action means for Zach and the Bulls.
Yeah.
And whether it's finding still, before February 8th, a trade partner who sees a different version of Zach, a better version of Zach, a pre-existing version of Zach, two-time All-Star, who was not around in October, November, but who theoretically still exists somewhere in there, who can also come back into action and play and help the Bulls win.
Yes.
And if what he still really wants is a trade, the best way to get to that point is proving that you still have all-star capabilities and team mentality, willingness.
Yes.
That leads to wins.
That part right there, the willingness, that key word right there, willing to change. That's why it was so key when he said, I'm coming off the bench. That was key because that used to be a thing. Like, we never thought, Zach, you're the one who got mad when you got benched. You know, like you were upset because of it. And now he's like, yep, it's all good. Coming off the bench, baby. What? That's called step one into showing I am a different person and I want to adapt to this team. All that said, though, the other thing that has to happen is the wins. As Matt mentioned, the wins have to come because he is not known as a winning player, and that's what is pushing teams away. There have been plenty of guys who are more injury prone than Zach. There have been plenty of guys who have been on losing teams like Zach. But having the tag of a losing player and somebody who's not helping his team win, even though he's putting up numbers, doesn't bode well when you're trying to be traded to a contender because they already have established they need to be scoring. So they're looking for just people to add to that. Zach has to show he can do that, man.
So, you know, we can circle back to Zach and what his impact on this game will mean for him and moving forward beyond tonight. Big news. We just, touched on the fact that Zach and Vuce confirmed they're coming off the bench tonight.
Okay.
Caruso popped up on the injury report with a neck injury. We saw him take a couple of rough hits the other night. Patrick Williams been in and out of the injury report with the ankle. This just in, Pat and Caruso both out tonight. And you're sticking to your guns of Zach and Vuce coming off the bench.
Interesting.
What this means, Dave, is that Dalen Terry is getting his first start with the Chicago Bulls tonight.
Hit the meathead hours, Joe. Let's do this right now. Hit him. Yo!
Wow. Well, there's another new first time at this season starting five. Dalen Terry, DeMar, Drummond, Ayo, and Kobe are your starting five.
Wow.
Yeesh.
Wow.
Dude, this game.
I don't even have words. This is crazy. This is wild. That is not the name I thought you were going to say. I was not prepared for that, but I am now ready for this.
You remember when you were bored at the tail end of your lunch hour in the school cafeteria and you would just start throwing random crap into a big cup or a bowl or something and make some sort of suicide concoction of random stuff? Did you never do that?
Talk to me about it. I need to hear this.
No, I'm just saying that sounds like that's what tonight's game is going to look like. You never did that?
No, like you're saying.
Anybody
like
out there, Bulls Nation watching pregame? Did you ever do that, Joe?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait, just taking food?
Just like random scraps from people's lunches and stuff, and then it would usually lead to someone daring someone else.
Yeah, then it would be like
I'll give you $1 or I'll give you 50 cents to take a sip of this or to eat this.
Really?
Yeah,
that happened. That happened.
That was your thing?
Just,
I mean, it's not my thing, but it's happened.
It was
hyperactive, angsty middle school kids just needing an outlet.
Wait, were you making it or drinking it, Joe?
Not drinking it.
Not drinking
Not
it?
making it
I would have
either.
pegged you for the one drinking it.
Not making it, not drinking it, observing it.
Observing it. Well, Matt was in it. Like Matt was damn sure in it, man. Come on now. There's no way. Oh my goodness. That's it.
You got to jump into life feed first, or head first.
Was it a food or was it a drink?
Either or.
Either or, you going in.
Sometimes it was a chunky drink.
Oh my God. Yuck. And you complained about my food?
Yeah.
This dude eating a mix.
None of the ingredients had the word vegan in front of them.
A bubbling cauldron of food. Like, yeah, sure, put it in. I'll eat it. Ew, freaking yuck.
That's what this game is. That's what this game is tonight. Cafeteria suicide concoction.
Wow, what a lineup, dude. This is I'm a little shocked by this. Because those guys being out, I'm like, obviously, Zach didn't want to start. So, yeah, put those guys in on the start. No, still coming off the bench. Let Dalen Terry start. Wow. I get to hear Dalen Terry on the intro. Wow, dude. With Dalen Terry about to be on 65 up in here tonight. That is crazy. But I get it. They're playing the Charlotte Hornets.
Yep.
This would not happen if they were playing another kind of team.
I was going to say.
Zach LaVine would be starting.
Which is also what I think made it okay for everyone, including Billy Donovan, to feel good about bringing Zach and Vuce off the bench in this one. It's going to be weird having a rotation that's half backwards.
Yeah.
But you've kind of Zach's been out for 18 games.
Yeah.
Vooch has been out for a week plus. You have your system. Now you just you don't have to play Terry Taylor. Maybe, you don't need any other, or maybe you don't need Javon Carter minutes tonight, who has struggled. It's just, I feel like it's an easier opponent to tinker and experiment with when it comes to flipping your rotation like this.
Yeah, and you could be a little cocky is probably the wrong word, but you can be a little more loose with your lineup when you're playing the team that you're playing. You're absolutely right.
All right, let's take a quick break, shout out some sponsors, then we'll come back and dive more into what Zach's return means. We'll also hear what he had to say at shoot-around this morning. While we're doing that, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs. Hit him for Joseph. Hit him for the #1 Dalen Terry fan.
Hit it for the cauldron man over here. Oh, the bubbling cauldron of stuff.
Had to keep ourselves entertained. Speaking of keeping yourself entertained, pregame brought to you by Circa Sportsbook. I'm not going to lie. I stayed away from betting tonight's Bulls-Hornets action. I made some bets on some other NBA action.
Okay.
A game this weird with two of your star players coming off the bench, don't know who's in and out. I was like, that's too many variables.
Okay.
But there's plenty of NBA. I think that there's 14 NBA games tonight.
Wow.
So take your pick. Make some bets. Circa always strives to keep those -110 odds out of the gate on game spreads, on over-unders. Unlike a lot of other sports books who push it to 15 or 20 for no good reason.
Jerks.
Just because. Jerks. That's right. They're jerks. They also keep, Circa keeps as little money as possible on large market bets. If you have a feeling for what's going to go down in the NBA playoffs, who's making the conference finals, who's making the finals, who's going to win it all, who's going to win season awards, the best odds, the best place to do that are at Circa. They also have unparalleled customer service, real people who resolve issues in a timely fashion, unlike other sports books who use the dreaded chatbots. I was on the phone yesterday with a anonymous customer service phone line.
Okay.
I hate it. I hate it more than I hate you eating vegan food. It drives me crazy how every automation is a trick question to try to get you to admit and give up that what you don't want is to talk to a human freaking being.
Correct.
I am a robot. I can solve your problem. No, you freaking can't. Circa doesn't do that to you. You talk to people.
This is an ad.
Download the Circa Sports Illinois app at circasports.com/Illinois-app to sign up today. Be on the lookout for Circa's various events, watch parties, and tailgates in the Chicagoland area. If you or someone you know may have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. GAMB text to 833-234 or visit areyoureallywinning.com.
Joey, what time is it?
Game time. Who?
Strong. Dig it. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events nearest you with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It is not the place. No. It is the place to buy last-minute seats. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, hockey, and much, much more. And with zone deals, you pick the section, and Game Time does the selecting. With an average savings of, Matt Peck, drum roll, please, 18%. Find your tickets at Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying those tickets and download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem that code CHGO. Get yourself $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Matt Peck, what time is it?
Game time. Woo! Quick shout out to Mr. Triz in the comments who said, looks like I'm going to miss this one. Just got stuck in the hospital for a gut infection.
Oh, man.
Knew I should have used the AG1. Yes, AG1, always good for gut health. And please feel better. Get better soon.
Get your AG1, brother.
Yeah, no one wants to be in
Poke
a
around
hospital.
out there. I'm sure you could figure out a way to watch the game, keep up with it.
I was going to say,
like that.
you know, whoever your doctor and or nurses are, you tell them, hey, the Bulls are on. find me a screen.
That's right.
Okay, moving along with the whole Zach is back thing. He talked to our friend Wheel to Go Gottlieb and his fellow Bulls beat members at this morning shoot-around talking about the context of his return.
Yes.
With the trade talk, with the fact that he wasn't playing particularly well, and maybe the pressure and the weight of what this return to action means. Yes. Joey, if you please.
Narrative while you
I always got something to prove, man. You know, that ain't never changed. And, I wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't try to prove people wrong. So, it's nothing abnormal for me.
But the narrative, Bulls are winning without him now.
There's a narrative for everything, and you can spin something one way and take it another way the next day. I'm okay with that. As long as I come out here and do my job and be good with my guys and my teammates, and now that I'm healthy, go out there and compete. When I've been sitting down for the last month and a half, I'm more than fine with that.
Has it been frustrating trying to deal with that narrative?
Say that again?
Has it been frustrating for you dealing with that narrative and not being able to be out there proving?
It's just frustrating when you're not able to play. Hey, if I've dealt with playing narratives my whole career, it's not frustrating. You just gotta go out there and do your job. Good or bad, I'm still in a great position with my life and with my family and with my career. I want to go out here and continue to play.
So that was Zach LaVine at this morning shoot around. It's a tough question to answer.
Sure.
When the narrative of you've been out with an injury and the team won a bunch of games without you, and Zach's response was like, well, you can kind of create a narrative around anything and about anything.
Sure.
But I feel like, and you kind of touched on this in your column today, there is a part of Zach that knows that it's hard to get what you want out of your career now and moving forward if this narrative is so widespread that Zach LaVine requested a trade, Zach LaVine is now out with an injury, and the Bulls start winning without him.
Correct.
That's not some fabricated, narrative.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
And he now has to try to, turn the page and write a new chapter of that.
And it doesn't matter. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't matter, but it matters less around the league what we say. It's because we go into it. We dig into it. We find out the context of everything and what it means. Outside of that, they don't care about the context. It doesn't matter. The headline is what matters. The greatest example of that was the Bulls players-only meeting that they ran with. And we found out it wasn't nothing really like that. Didn't matter. You know what I mean? It's the narrative that fit better was they told Billy Donovan to get out of here. Yeah, but a players only meeting. It fit the narrative nationally better. So he has to appease in some kind of way to people that are not here. In Chicago. It doesn't matter how we think. Love Zach. He's awesome. We know the kind of teammate he is, the kind of team player he is, the kind of player that he is.
Yeah.
We get it. What is he to the outside? Because that's who he's trying to get to. That's who he's, as far as being traded. He has to change that kind of narrative, man. And it starts with interviews like that, honestly, and answering those kind of questions and saying things like coming off the bench.
I'm a spooky kitty. Oh, what's up, spooky kitty? Saying I still like Zach. He gets too much hate.
He does.
Fish saying just don't play with 1 foot out the door and he'll be fine. And I think that's the part that has led to, and Goat wrote about this, the Zach hate going too far.
Great article.
And I agree. Look, when he went out with the injury after the trade and he looked like a player who was just somewhere between dejected and angry and completely checked out, I was like, okay, it's time for everyone, Zach, the organization, and fans, to move on.
Yeah.
And now they have not, in that span of time that it required him to get healthy, found a trade partner for him, and now he's back. That entire absence, also coupled with the Bulls winning some games that maybe had something, but not everything to do with the fact that Zach wasn't playing and the Bulls are better without Zach LaVine.
Right.
Because the version of Zach that was playing at the beginning of this season, you can make an argument that him leaving and everything that went along with him being removed from that made the Bulls, in some ways, a better team.
Yeah.
The version of Zach that we saw for the 3 seasons prior to this one to suggest that the Bulls are unquestionably better without him is ludicrous. This is a 2-time All-Star, could have really been a 3-time All-Star if he didn't have the slow start coming off of his offseason knee surgery last season. like November on last season, he put up all-star numbers.
Yeah.
And that player still theoretically exists. If this foot is healed, that player exists.
Yeah.
And that player could play better if what he still wants is to get traded out of town to a team and a city that he wants to go to. The Zach is trash and nothing but trash stuff is all he has heard.
Yeah.
As well as all everyone is saying to each other and hearing all over the place for this 18-game absence.
Yeah. It's that narrative that has been building and is built up to what you're seeing now, to where it's being said that nobody out there is checking for Zach LaVine. I don't know if we really believe that, but that's the narrative, again, that is put out there. So there's a lot for him to prove, honestly. They're watching every single step he makes on that floor tonight, including the bottom line. The bottom line of, did you win the game, and did you contribute to actually winning? How did it help your team? It's not just about him looking like a great teammate. What does he look like defensively? Is he communicating out there with those guys? Can he switch positions? Is he having a problem guarding the best player on the team, because that's what might be what's asked for him on certain possessions? Those things, that's what they're looking at. Can it affect the winning? What's your plus minus? Because I don't really look at it, but I promise you they're going to be looking at that stuff. Like, okay, well, he can't have a negative 15. He can't. You know what I mean? He can't come out with that, man. So teams are looking at every single thing, man. And the good thing about it, Matt, is one, the teams that he has to play coming up, not too tough.
Upcoming schedule's pretty soft.
Pretty cool. You know what I mean? Pretty okay. So he can look good against those teams. It gives him time to ramp himself up until they start playing those real teams, and then you put him back in that starting lineup. So it's a solid time for him, but he's got to make that decision, man. And we're going to find out if he's made that tonight, as far as buying into the system and listening to what Billy Donovan has to say. He has to buy in. Everybody else has.
Yeah.
Everybody else has.
Right.
And he has to buy in now, too.
Joel in the comments saying, Zach was a beast late last year. If we can get that version, the Bulls are a different team.
Sure.
And look, again, Zach has to wear the fact that he played badly, and he played like a guy who looked like he didn't want to be there for the first, month of this season.
He did.
His poker face was terrible.
Wasn't good.
He would go out there and morning shoot around after the trade news broke and say to the media, I'm still bought in, I'm here, I'm going to help this team win. And he would go out on the court later that day and look like someone who did not give a single 0.25 of a shit.
This is true. This is true.
That is what people are thinking of you right now.
Yeah.
Bulls fans and NBA people everywhere.
Yes.
Executives of other teams who might be looking to trade for you. Did I hear the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah.
What's up, Warriors? What's up, Warriors?
Hello.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's going to be "We Want Zach" chants like there was "We Want Fields" chants at the Bears game?
God, no.
Ooh, that's an interesting question, though.
Absolutely not.
You don't think so,
That's
Pat?
interesting.
No.
I don't think so either.
Part of me thinks it might, though. Depends. Let's see the game he has, though.
That would be a quick
we'll
turnaround.
See the game he has.
That would be a quick turnaround. I said
Even
that sarcastically, for the record.
They share certain similarities of like young players who are good, not great, leaders of teams, faces of teams that haven't had a lot of winning success.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a faction of Bears fandom that has had support behind Justin the whole time.
I would agree.
That is a larger percentage of the total population of Bears fans as the non-believers.
Yeah.
I felt like Bulls fans and their belief or lack of belief in Zach LaVine has been 50-50 most of the time that he's been here. And in the last 2 months, even if it hadn't already started to shift more towards disbelief and fans who were done with Zach and ready to move on from Zach, watching this team fight and play hard and win some games while he was out, I feel like it's like 80-20 at this point. And, maybe I'm reading that wrong, but I'm on Bulls Twitter all day, every day. I see all in our comments. I would be shocked if there is a "We Want Zach" chant at the UC tonight. Even if he drops 40 off the bench, I just don't think. I think Bulls fans have said, you know what, Zach, you want out? I'm done. Even those who were supporting him, you want out? I'm done.
Go ahead, Joe.
I would agree with you, Matt. I don't expect it to happen either.
So 80-20, so you're saying there's a chance.
And like honestly, like I said that to be kind and not hyperbolic. It could be more than that.
For the record, I made the comment as a joke because I don't even think that's a possibility.
I think it's a tiny chance.
I mean,
No.
I don't think you're wrong, Dave.
I think it's a chance.
But this is a whole new conversation.
I think it depends on how he plays, how he looks, and how the team, if they win. Like, honestly, it really depends on that stuff, man. And, yeah, let's see. It won't happen tonight. It definitely won't happen tonight, but I think there's a chance, man. Like, Chicago fans, bro, they'll get behind you if you're winning. They will get behind you and show you all kinds of love, and just they will forget certain things. I promise you. If you are playing hard and doing certain things, they will forget certain things, man. It's a chance. It's a chance.
Drewish wants to know, Dave, over/under on the number of Dalen Terry airballed 3-point attempts.
Oh,
where are we setting it? 0.5? 1.5?
1.5.
1.5. He hit the over on that the other day.
He's going to airball twice, you think?
Bro,
Were you not here with us?
Yeah, the
on
last
Wednesday?
few games, he's hitting like 2 to 3 like air balls, bro.
All right, I'll take the under.
Like, and a layup. He airballed a layup.
Excels at shooting air balls.
Yeah. Now that he's starting, I'm taking the
also,
under. We meet-heading him tonight.
Santi Long in the comments saying this is Dalen's ship now.
Let's go, man. Look at me.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at me.
There
I'd
is
be
some
captain
serious. I mean, does this make Dalen the odds-on favorite for Goon if they, manage to take care of the Hornets tonight?
Oh, that's a great point. Honestly,
starting first career start, probably more minutes than his usual bench role.
He's gonna be pumped.
Because you're like, okay, you get Zach and Vooch back. That's 2 bodies, but also Caruso and Pat are out. So you net you didn't gain any bodies.
Yes, correct.
And Billy's having you start.
This is, he should be leading. It should be interesting. We'll see if Zach wants to be a dark horse.
Yeah.
in Goon of the Night as well. But
Goon of the Night is never who you think it's going to be.
Correct.
It's never the easy.
That should be the tagline right there.
Never
Joey.
the easy, obvious choice. That's
should
not.
never be who you think it is.
If you've watched the show long enough, it's not.
Never.
Dalen Terry's going to have to really excel tonight if he
Gotta earn
wants to
some
be
stuff.
the Goon of the
Gotta
Night.
earn it, Joe. But your first bucket guy is out tonight. So who you going with?
You know what? I'll go with Kobe White tonight.
Ooh,
Kobe.
okay, little Kobe love. All right.
I dig it. Are you fully back in the saddle on those first bucket bets?
I have not. I have not
year?
bet once. I have not bet at all in the new year, and I was opening the app to bet Patrick Williams to have over 20 to 25 points, and that is how I realized he was not playing.
It was a very late scratch. I was looking at some
couldn't
bets.
find his lines.
He was there listed.
I could not find his lines
at
anywhere.
like 6:20, 6:23. He was out. He was there, available to bet on. But yeah, I mean, come on.
I was in the chat. I was in the chat
he
earlier.
Was playing, you were going to take the over on 20.5 pad points in a game when Zach and Vooch are coming back?
Who knows what we're getting from those guys tonight?
I
said it in the chat earlier, and I actually said it on the last show. I think we're getting a 30-piece from Pat sooner or later equals Portillo's for the whole group.
Free Portillo's.
I said it in the chat earlier, and I just happened that Pat's not playing tonight,
man.
So
I want Portillo's.
Yeah, that's why
you should be rooting for a Pat 30-piece.
Yeah, man.
I could
get Portillo's,
but I could also just order it.
But what do I always tell you, Joe?
Overtake the smell of whatever
tastes
crap he's
better.
getting delivered from Vegan Pizza Town.
That's what he said.
I need the Portillo's smell to supersede that. Because I don't want to be smelling that nasty ass fake cheese mushroom concoction that he's got over there.
So you'll accept my Portillo's order then?
We've been over this.
fish sandwich. Bah!
He don't like nothing.
No, I like real food. I like real food. Also, shout out to Dreads in the comments, who I earlier saw notice I was wearing my LaVine Cuisine shirt tonight. I felt like it was appropriate. Still have it. Dread said he still has his.
Shout out,
we
Dreads.
sent out a handful of these.
We did.
To
We
some
definitely
loyal
did.
Outsiders viewers back in the day.
Absolutely did, man.
And, it's a classic.
Shout out.
Let's
Levine
get some
Cuisine.
LaVine Cuisine tonight.
Let's get it.
It is 7:05 Chicago time. That means tip-off just a couple minutes away. Starting lineups around the corner. Thank you for tuning in to pregame. We will see you right back here for postgame. Hit the like button on your way out. Follow our guy, Will the Goat Gottlieb, at the UC for his in-game updates, Will_Gottlieb. For Joey and Big Dave, I'm Peck. See you after tip-off. Let's go, Dalen!
Let's go, Dalen. Peace.
We want Zach. We want Zach.